Hi you guys, you might be experiencing clairaudience and not even know it. Stay tuned. Hi, my name is Susan. I was born clairvoyant and now I help other women through their spiritual awakenings. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please hit subscribe and come visit me again. So a lot of people actually experience clairaudience, which means clear hearing, and they don't even realize it. And here's why. There is kind of a stereotype, I guess you could call it, that clairaudience means you're hearing a disembodied voice outside your own head. You know, almost like somebody would in Scooby-Doo or something. Some outside external echo of another person's voice. When in reality, that does happen. But the bulk of clairaudient experiences, you'll find if you ask clairaudient people, the bulk of these experiences actually happen internally. Like, for example, Anthony William, who is the medical medium, he says the same thing. He hears his guide. I'm not sure exactly what he calls it, but he hears his guide talk to him in his head. So that's the first thing. Clairaudience does not need to be a voice or a sound outside of your own body. Most of the time, it will be actually coming from within. The second thing I wanted to bring your guys' attention to is this. Especially if you are new to spirituality, especially if you are just awakening, your guides are going to take extra measures not to scare you. Unless being afraid is a central part of your path, as it was for me, for example, you would know it by now. If you're watching this video, you would know by now whether one of your major themes in life has been to conquer fear. You would know it already. And because that is likely not the case, you need to know that your guides are going to do everything possible to make your awakening not scary. And so, what this might actually look like is you experiencing clairaudience but not realizing it because it sounds just like the voice in your head. It sounds just like you. Clairaudience can sound like your own voice inside your own head. And if you want a great tip to differentiate, well, was I just thinking that or was that a clairaudient message? One of the best ways to tell the difference is to reconcile what you were doing and thinking just before you had that thought. Did it come out of the blue? Were you washing the dishes or driving or doing something else where you're only half engaged and then boom, you had an insightful thought? If it's clairaudience, it will always be positive and insightful, and especially if you're new to this, it'll also be concise and brief. And it will most likely sound like your own voice in your own head, but the main difference will be, well, I wasn't even thinking about that when that thought hit me. That's a really good and easy way to tell whether something is probably inspiration, or just your own personality thinking as it normally does. I hope those tips helped, and I hope that perhaps some of you can see now and differentiate and realize you've been more extrasensory this entire time than you ever realized. I love you all. I'll see you soon.